So is Ed arriving soon?
No, Ed's actually not even going to be in this episode.
Did I hear my name? What's going on?
Oh, yes. Why are you here?
I'm here for the team building day. I saw it on your calendar.
Nope, there is no team building day.
It said yacht club all day. It was blocked off.
Yeah, we're filming an episode of Locked and Loaded today,
Oh.
but you're not in it.
Oh. Well,
Sorry.
you know what? I'm going to catch some rays. Is it cool if I can go hang out by the pool?
Yeah, go for it. You need to, pale
Sweet.
boy.
I'm going to work on my base tan.
You probably should. Good luck.
You know what? Goodbye.
Bye.
From my father developing the first self-storage facility in the state of Virginia back in 1973 to becoming a trusted industry leader 4 decades later. Here at the Nicholson Companies, we've seen firsthand the changes and challenges in an industry now valued at over $40 billion. And with as many locations as corporate giants, Starbucks, McDonald's, and Subway combined. So now, with the help of God, Camille, and my son Edward, we're breaking industry stereotypes and sharing our knowledge, expertise, and yes, sometimes a little humor with our fellow self-storage operators to help you thrive in today's competitive self-storage industry. I'm Tom Nicholson, and this is Locked and Loaded.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Locked and Loaded. I am super excited for this episode because not only are we on a different location here at the one and only Norfolk Yacht and Country Club, I'm also here with our new co-host,
Shannon Charbonneau.
just kidding, she's not the new co-host, we're not replacing Ed. She is our very first guest we've ever had on Locked and Loaded. So thank you so much for coming all the way out here to be with us today.
My goodness. Virginia, first of all, is just beautiful in the fall. And thank you so much for bringing me out here. I'm so excited and I can't wait to get started.
Absolutely. And she's with XPS Solutions. We brought her out here today to talk about call centers. And she is the absolute guru in the industry on call centers for self-storage facilities. So I brought some questions for you today. Are you ready?
Bring it. Yeah.
Okay. First off, I thought we'd talk about why would somebody even pick a call center to use instead of just doing it themselves?
That's a great question. My first thing is that I always say people need to think of the managers of their facilities as an absolutely unique unicorn. We are asking them to do 100 different things throughout the day, and sometimes those calls can get past you. And one thing I will say about phone calls is they will always come when you have someone standing in front of you, when you are knee-deep sweeping out a unit, when you are on a golf cart. That is exactly when they will happen. And finally, no matter who you are, no matter what market you're in, you are going to have competition. And I will tell you that the largest competitors in our market, they all use a call center. And there are a couple of different reasons for that. The first is that you want someone who does this for a living, handles those calls professionally. Also, you automatically increase your customer service and sales hours dramatically beyond what any facility typically does. So if you want to compete with the REITs, that's what you're going to want to do.
Yeah, and I totally agree. The most staggering statistic I've ever heard is that most renters are going to rent from the first place that they end up calling and speaking to someone. So if you're not answering the phone on one of those first few rings, they're going to end up calling somebody else and renting from that other facility. So it's extremely important that you have somebody actually answering the phone to be able to get rentals.
For sure. It is a very expensive proposition to make your telephone ring. It means you're doing something right. But if your phone rings and you don't answer it, and I would go so far as to say answer it well, then you are missing. That sale is yours to lose at that point.
I actually remember when I was a store manager out in the field, having a customer walk in the door just a minute after I had answered a sales call. And of course, it's somebody that I have to take my time with a little bit, ended up being on the phone for like 15 plus minutes. And the poor person in front of me is not getting served because I'm too busy answering sales calls. So I think it really helps, the on-site manager not have to do so many different jobs answering the phone. They can actually focus on the customer and the property in front of them.
I love that. We actually hear that quite a bit from our clients, that the managers have a sense of relief that every single thing is not up to them, right? And if something gets past you, knowing that you have a backstop that's going to be there to back you up is so helpful.
Absolutely. All right. And another time I think it's helpful is if you have remote management. I mean, obviously there's nobody there to answer the phone. So you kind of have to have a call center for remote management, of course, right?
I do, and I would actually recommend that you go so far as to have a remote manager
Absolutely.
in that case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is something that XPS offers. And I think that's
Yes.
awesome that you guys not only offer, a sales call center for leads that are coming in, but you also offer a remote manager for the sites that need also a customer service,
That's right.
person to talk to.
And more of an escalated or an elevated version of just besides what's my gate code,
Yeah.
right? But I'm not happy with this ECRI. All those
Who's
kinds
dealing
of
with
things.
that?
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes so much sense. Something else I wanted to talk about is the different ways that people use XPS. Well, I mean, some people have an on-site call center themselves. Some people totally use an outside call center like XPS. Are you seeing any other ways that people are using XPS?
Yeah, I mean, we are the final stop. Think of it that way for any calls that are coming through. Sometimes there is an on-site manager that it just got passed. Sometimes it's outside of hours. Sometimes there's no staff and all of the calls are coming directly. We offer what we would call standard customer support, as well as rentals, as well as remote managers, just depending on the need. And we handle anything that they can't.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. And some clients like you guys specifically, you understand the value of call centers to the point that you actually built one yourself.
Yes.
And yet, even though you have your own call center, you still understand the value of having a backstop for that. So it's that important to catch all of those calls.
Yeah, I mean, we have a very small in-house call center that we use where we especially trained our own agents on our portfolio sites. So they are very familiar with those. But if our call center agents don't answer the phone, it goes to XPS. So it's really nice for us to be able to have that backup because we get to have a smaller call center and then also have the extended hours coverage because unfortunately we just don't want to make our agents work, all the time 24/7. So having XPS as a backup is amazing. I mean, we never miss a call ever, pretty much.
I love it.
Great. And let's also talk a little bit about the other things that XPS offers, which we really enjoy is the IVR payments. That keeps us PCI compliant.
It does indeed, and keeps your managers on site from having to sit there and take all of those credit cards over the phone. That's the least secure method of a payment. If I could commit to anybody, if you have an opportunity to plug a number into a device, do that long before you ever give it to a human being, for sure. You guys actually do quite a bit with that, and it's super helpful. You're to the thousands and thousands of dollars every month worth of your payments going through.
I think it's 2,000 payments a month that XPS takes for us and keeps us PCI compliant because we don't have agents that are taking them, and it frees up our time too. I mean, so nobody has to answer the phone and take 2,000 credit card numbers. Instead, it's just and it connects right into SiteLink for us. So really enjoy that.
Another thing that does the same thing is the My Store Pal mobile app. So that gives your tenants the opportunity to help themselves before they ever even call your team, right? Remember, we're only a backstop, but those calls came through you first. So if we can help people help themselves before they call you, then that's a double bonus, a win for you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys also, now we started with you, rentals over the phone. So before it was just they could make reservations. Now the XPS agents take a customer all the way to the rental. So
We do.
really there's no follow-up needed. You guys handle it to the end.
Correct. And not only that, but obviously it's integrated directly into your SiteLink system. And we integrate with 9 other companies as well for the same thing. And we also have an entire team of people that's all they do, right? So we separate out the customer service portion versus the rentals team. That team, they know how to sell self-storage. In fact, most of our team have actually been managers at a facility.
That's awesome.
So yeah, they're doing a great job. And it sounds funny, but to get them to close to a rental on the very first call, it's a little more difficult than you would necessarily think. Remember, well, sure, in the space of about 3.5 minutes, I need you to get comfortable enough with me to give me your full name, your home address, your spouse's name, your cell phone number, your credit card information, your driver's license number.
Yeah.
That's a lot of very personal, valuable, sensitive information. And so getting comfortable with someone in that short of a period of time over the telephone,
Yeah.
they really have to be good at what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with our sales center, we call them our call center, the sales center, because they are specifically trained on sales and
Right.
sales only. They don't do customer service. That would go to the on-site manager typically, or a remote manager.
Sure.
So I just think it's so nice to be able to have like a phone tree, and if somebody presses one to rent a storage unit, it goes to somebody who's actually specialized in closing sales in self-storage.
And the data from that is enormous as well, because now you know exactly why did that person call. You don't have to guess, well, I had 100 phone calls. I wonder how many were a sales opportunity.
Yep.
They're telling you right up front if they've chosen that option,
Yeah.
you're going to know.
It's amazing to have that. And which brings me to my other question, really my last question, is going to be, how do you measure a sales center or call center's performance?
Oh, sure.
What type of things are you measuring there?
So you're going to want to take a look at how many calls are they receiving. Is there a hold time? Is there a big abandon rate? Pay attention to those kinds of things. It should be minimal, I'll tell you, as far as, for a professional call center. They do happen, right? Sometimes people, they hear a recording and they just hang up. It's what they do. But they should be minimal.
Yeah.
And once you do get the calls, the things you should be keeping an eye on are how many of those calls were a prospect or were a support call. And for the prospects, how did they close? Did they close as a rental, as a reservation, as a lead? And make sure that your team can follow up on the ones that don't close immediately to a rental.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you have anything else that you wanted to share maybe about XPS Solutions and what you guys do?
Sure. I'd love to tell your audience, first of all, we've been doing this for 25 years. And I think you guys all know, if you've been doing this for any length of time, there have been a lot of changes in this industry, particularly with regards to technology. And what I would say is make sure that whoever you're working with plays well with all of the others. So choose a software company that works well with your gate access and your phones and your telco and your call center and your gates and all of those things. Make sure that if you are going to make a change on any one of those providers, that you have a good relationship with all of the others and can let them know, hey, I'm thinking of changing providers. Do you work with? Are you integrated with? That's the word you're going to want to use for that. When you're looking at a provider of any service, but particularly with call centers, ask the questions that really matter. What is your closing percentage? How are you handling training for your team? Who do you have? Are they located in the United States? All of those kinds of things. Those are fair questions for you to be able to ask for your business.
Yeah, very good points. And just something I want to bring up about XPS Solutions is I like how you guys really focus on customer service. You guys are in a partnership with the facility owners that you work with, and you want to make sure that their customers are actually served, from whatever issue that they're having to the end. So I really want to thank you guys so much for the partnership that you've had with us at the Nicholson Companies.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, of course, for being here.
I appreciate that. And I would love to just add that our motto for our company is that we want to be helpful, friendly, and kind, right?
Yeah.
That's what we train our team to be, because the tagline is experience matters. Theirs being the tenant, yours being our client, and ours being not only our experience as far as yours in the industry, but also we have an experience as well. We have an obligation to our team members to make sure that we're providing them with a good service as well.
Yeah.
So as far as your experience goes, you obviously have an experience person who's like your guy, right?
Yes.
And then that's different than the team that actually is handling the phone calls. But
Yeah.
your experience matters as far as that goes. So thank you so much again.
Yeah. I love that. I love that motto and mission statement that you guys have, where it's, it's not only to please the client, but the tenants and then even your own team. So I think that's great.
I love it. Thank you so much again for having me. I was so excited. I've told the whole world that I was going to be here. We'll splash it out on all the socials. It'll be great.
I mean, she's a great friend to have in the industry. And if you have any other questions for Shannon, you can reach her at...
Yes, you can just go to our website at xpsusa.com.
And thank you so much to the Norfolk Yacht and Country Club for having us today. It's been a real nice treat to do this in a different place, and it's really beautiful. Don't you think, Shannon?
It absolutely is. I'm so thankful to be here. I was a little surprised, though. I kind of thought I'd get to see Ed today.
Yeah.
Well, asking you received.
Ed!
I'm tanned and ready to go.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
I'm fine. I'm just ready to do the ending. Let's do it.
Yeah, you made it just in time. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in today. And remember to keep it locked
And loaded.
We'll see you next time.
Are you okay? Oh, goodness.